No matter how hopeless your financial situation is, never give up. Here's my own personal story and a peek into my past. Let's rewind back to 2011. I was 5 years into a drug and drinking problem, got a DUI, went to prison, and when I got out I was over $30,000 in debt due to fines, lawyer fees, etc. I had to move back into my dad's house and the drug problem continued. By 2013, most of my friends were dead from drug overdoses or in prison, and I was still $25,000 in debt. I realized I was going to end up dead or in prison as well if I didn't make a change. I managed to find myself an efficiency apartment I could afford, and the local fire department was gracious enough to give me a chance since my prison record was only DUI related. I worked full-time, and on evenings and weekends I went to fire school for an entire summer till I was interior certified, helped with fundraisers, and started paying off my debt. Being on the flip side of drugs was a sobering experience. Most of the medical calls we ran were fentanyl overdoses, and it was eye-opening to see the devastation drugs caused to the immediate family members of the addicted individual. I witnessed more death in 1 year than most people will experience in their entire lives. Surrounding myself with a new group of friends from the fire depth and staying busy by working and volunteering 24/7 was enough to keep me out of trouble. By 2016, my debt was finally paid off and I actually had several grand in savings, but never thought I'd be able to retire due to understanding how rampantly out of control inflation was. I was looking into gold, real estate, etc. to figure out where I could start parking my money, but nothing seemed to be the perfect solution. Then one day in early summer of 2017, I discovered Bitcoin while watching a documentary on the Silk Road. I was immediately fascinated. I studied it for a couple weeks and finally pulled the trigger, making my first purchases 2 weeks before the fork wars kicked into full gear. I wasn't sure if I made the right decision at the time. My friends laughed at me, and my family was concerned I fell victim to a Ponzi scheme, but I didn't let any criticism dissuade me. Then came the euphoric pump to $20,000. I felt vindicated till the price collapsed and I received even more mockery for not selling. This rinse and repeat happened for another full cycle, but I had made up my mind that I was riding my Bitcoin stack to 0 or to 1,000,000. With each passing year, my conviction only grew stronger as my knowledge on the topic increased. Fast forward to present day, and I have a higher net worth than the average median retiree, and I'm only in my mid-30s.